I worked for Henry Stone. Henry Stone
Oh,
was
oh, yeah, TK Records.
PK Records. Yeah,
Yeah.
I worked for Henry. I worked for Henry when we had IRD, and I did a lot of stuff for him. I brought in Connie, which was she had a hit called Funky Little Beat, and I worked for Henry for a while, and I learned how to rip off and how not to get ripped off.
Mm.
Those guys, if they saw a hit, all of a sudden his name will appear in the writing credit, or his son's name would appear in the writing credit, or his wife's name would appear in the writing credit. The way they would try to take your publishing too, they would try to tell you, well, you already get 50% of the publishing because you're the writers. No, 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 it's bullshit. Everything is cut up, broken up into two $100 200 percentages on copyright. On publishing rights and the writer. They try to rip you off and stuff like that. So I learned a lot of that.
Man,
How not to get
who
ripped
I
off.
felt sorry for on that label? Blowfly, Clarence Reed.
Oh, sure, Clarence Reed. Yeah,
He got owed so much. He got owed so much. TK Records is dangerous. The group Foxy,
yeah, yeah. It's a good friend of mine, Ish.
Ish.
Ish Ledesma. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. I know Ish really good. We're good friends.
really,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Henry Stone had, Florida had its own groove.
No, we
Casey
have
and the
Betty Wright.
Sunshine, Jimmy
We have
Bohorn, Gwen
Betty Wright.
McCrae.
Yeah. I used to see Jimmy go home all the time, bro, all the time over there in the warehouse and in the studios. Because I
Man,
used to I used to hang out with Michael Sterling and Amos Larkin.
What
You
T
know,
Connection?
T Connection. They were out of the Bahamas.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. See that black musical genocide I was telling you about. It's really a shame that Florida, Betty Wright and all those people, they had their own groove, man. There was
That's
nothing
true.
like Florida once upon a time, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, so many acts. But I'm
Well,
gonna tell
it's
you, but
it's
I saw Clarence Reed. Let me tell you, I saw Clarence Reed do a show out here in Denver, Colorado in 2007. He came as Blowfly.
yeah, yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know this Negro had the nerve to be excellent? He gave but
Yeah.
you can see that he had a nervous breakdown because that Blowfly shit was really messing with it. Because he didn't lost. Clarence really lost his mind doing that Blowfly shit. But
Yeah.
he gave an excellent show, and thank God for Red Hot Chili Peppers Flea, the bass player, because
Yeah.
he got Clarence back on the road.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I saw that Clarence had a white crowd, man. I was like, check this out. That's how he was able.
Yeah.
That's how he was able to pay his bills, man.
And a Latino crowd too here because at that time that was out of Hialeah. Hialeah, TK
Yes,
Studios was in Hialeah, and Hialeah is very Cuban town. It has been for a very long time too. That's where Casey's from. The guys from Foxy. As a matter of fact, one of Tito Puente's son was in.
yeah, he was in
Foxy.
Foxy.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
you know what?
And
That was a good looking group. That group was they really had it. What was their problem, Johnny? Because they were really too good looking.
I think that the bottom line probably is I know any deal that was made with Henry, bro. Henry was probably making the most money.
That's a
Uh,
shame.
I know that what Ish did, what I think I don't know what happened, but Carlo Drake was one of the original guys, and then you don't see him anymore after actually the Foxy the Get Off was actually their second album, and he was on there
And
on that one.
what
But
about Hot Number?
Hot Number that's from their third album. Yeah.
Yeah, but that Get Off, man, that was a very unique sound back then.
Oh, they also had everybody thinks that they were a black band because they had the girl singers, the Wildflower girls who did the background. But actually, the bottom line is that they were all just studio musicians at
Really?
TK. Yeah, they were all studio musicians, you know. And then Ish left, and he got $1 million deal from Geffen for his band called Oxo. That they had a song called "Whirly Girl," something like that, you know. Because I
Really?
remember him coming back. Yeah, he came back, and Henry was so happy that he had gotten $1 million deal, that Ish had gotten $1 million deal. When Geffen just first started, I think it was one of their first 4 or 5 albums that Geffen released.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry that happened. What a label. that label was fantastic. TK Records. And now let me ask you this: what you have a love for brass construction? What's your take on Randy Muller?
On the brass construction,
Yeah.
man, I got into brass construction during the, I think, the third album, which had "We Love You,"
Let me tell you something,
"LOCU."
brother. Let me tell you something. In 1978, I believe,
Yeah,
the South had a lot. They used to do a lot of clubhouse parties in apartment complexes. They used to do a lot of clubhouse parties. I never forget, man. Me and some friends drove up in the car and I heard that shooba doop. Ow!
ah,
Boom. I said,
and the
"Whoa!"
guitar on that was
That
fucking wicked.
guitar. I said, "Oh no!"
Yeah, man, that was a killer track. I used to skip class and head over to the pizza place that had a jukebox, and I would kick in that in and play.
you would skip. You would skip class for that joint, bro.
Oh man, for sure. I was, man. One time I would just go to school to walk my girlfriend to class, and then I'd run off. Oh man,
But
those
see
high
now,
school days,
okay, now
man.
but Johnny, with you saying that, what for you to say you skipped class to hit that jukebox, and how much? What was it? A dime or a quarter back then?
It was a quarter. It was a quarter.
Let me
It was a
ask you
quarter. You got like three songs for a quarter,
three
something
songs
like
for
that.
on a jukebox. Let me ask you a question, Johnny. What's the power of music? Even for you to do that, explain the power of music. What does music mean to you?
Man, it's different from me because I don't know how other people see it, but I'm born into it.
Right.
You know, Rex. I'm my father, my grandfather. You know, my grandfather's brothers, my great grandfather were all musicians in Cuba. My grandfather was the bass player for Nat King Cole
Mm-hmm.
when he would play at the Tropicana club in Cuba with the orchestra. My
Wow.
grandfather was the bass player.
Yeah.
You know, and then my father was very big. He played in a lot of bands, and then he was the the we had a radio station in Cuba, Radio Progreso, it's still around, which is the main radio station there. And he started with a band that was, you know, back in the day they had house bands, you know. So the band would play live. So his band was the live band for a few years until we left Cuba. You know,
And
my dad was big. My dad was big. My grandfather was big, and my grandfather's brother is the first singer of a genre called danzonete, which was like for a down song, but for the poor people. You know, it's solid music.
can you give me a little backstory about what's that? The Social Club?
Buena Vista Social Club.
Yeah, man. When I love that story, man. When they got rediscovered in the '90s.
Yeah, but you know, one of the truth about that was it wasn't supposed to be a Cuban thing. There was supposed to be an African combination of African musicians and Cuban musicians. And Ry Cooder had this thing set up in Cuba. When the Africans tried to get here, they weren't allowed to enter Cuba. So then they had to come up with something, and that's when they found Marcos, and he hooked up all the musicians. And that's how Buena Vista came around. You know.
Wow. And you know what was so touching about that? They were like older guys back then.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so
You know,
at least they got to see some sunshine before they left out, man. Because at least they got
oh
some, at
yeah,
least they got
and
respect. Cause you know, there's nothing like when you're back in the 1940s and 50s, and
yeah.
you're doing your thing, and then and then when that time passes, people just forget about you,
Well, you know, I put out Cuban music, right?
huh?
You know that I put out Cuban music.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, and I have a I was nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah, speak
And,
about that. Yeah, yeah, speak more about that, bro.
and, two,
what year was that, Johnny?
and well, the actual nomination was in 2005. Usually at the end of the year in December, and then you go to the Grammys in 2006 in February. But yeah, it was an album that I did through distributed to Universal Music. I kind of did it. It's funny because I did it to get gigs with a band, and I said, let me put this, you know, CD together to get gigs, you know, and they heard it. Somebody heard it, Universal Latino, and they said, come on, bro, you know, we want to, you know, put the CD out and stuff, and then, you know, the next following year, before the end of the year, we're nominated for a Grammy. You know,
And what's the name of the CD, Johnny?
The group is called Conjunto Progreso,
Say that
and
again.
it's called Conjunto, which is Conjunto, Conjunto, which means basically group, or and Progreso, which means progress, Progreso.
Where can people purchase your music?
Oh yeah, yeah. You can download it. It's on Amazon. It's everywhere. I have actually 3 CDs and 1 EP, and 1 CD is a live album
Well,
with
brother, let
Arturo
me tell you something.
Sandoval.
I got a lot of Spanish people. I mean my Mexican Latino. I'm out here in Colorado, and I love. I got Puerto Ricans. I love my people like this. So make sure you tell people where to get you, because people listen to my show, brother. So make sure you tell
Yeah, no, I
folks,
believe it.
please.
No, I mean it's available anywhere. Most of my music from my 3 groups, which is Erotic Exotic when we were signed to Atlantic Records in the mid '80s, and then Progreso in the early 2000s. Actually, we lost, or let's say the person who won what we were nominated for was a 92-year-old Cuban pianist, which is one of my father's best friends. So it wasn't a bad thing, man. It wasn't a bad thing. His name was Bebo Valdez.
Wow.
And our music is more traditional, but my second album, we did do a lot of Latin jazz on it too. So
Let me tell you
uh,
something, brother. I was in Orlando. You ever heard the Florida Mall?
yeah, sure.
Let me tell you something, brother. Your culture got the prettiest women I ever seen in my life. Cuban
I'm there,
women
bro.
are, oh God, I went to that
Even
mall.
though,
I just started floating.
man,
All of them had pretty feet. I'm like, damn.
no, no, no doubt, no doubt.
And they were just nice. It's like, even they just, even how you gonna look like you smell good? They look like they smell good.
No shit, right, right. They spend enough money
They
on
just,
themselves.
I mean, they look like floating fluffy pillows walking around, just looking like pillows, and the kids are just beautiful and well mannered and shit. And then you go around, you go around the black kids, they be cursing, got cheese doodles in their head and shit.
Let me tell you, man, down here in
I'm
Homestead,
sorry, let me stop. Let me stop.
no, I hear
People
you,
gonna get,
bro.
but it's true though.
No, it's true, it's true, it's true. But let me tell you, down here in Homestead, bro, they're more respectful, bro. More respectful than Miami. Let me tell you, Miami seems to lose it. Fort Lauderdale's even worse, man.
Oh God, oh.
And, so. But down here in Homestead, man, everybody gets along.
Nice, nice. So, do you have any future music coming out, brother, at your age and this time of your life?
No, I always put out stuff. Uh, Erotic Exotic is a band from the '80s, and we still get shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Check you out.
We do a lot of these shows. We just did a little tour with Stevie B. I don't know if you ever heard of Stevie
I'm
B.
familiar with Stevie D. Oh, check you out. Okay, so
Well, see, that genre was called freestyle music. It started in the '80s. Actually, you ever heard of Expose, the 3 girl group?
oh yeah, follow me.
Yeah, Expose, Seasons Change,
Seasons
Point of
change.
No
Seasons
Return.
change. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Point of No Return. Well, again, this is the business. But those 3 girls, before those 3 girls, there were the 3 original girls, and we were their backup musicians who became Erotic Exotic, and we were Stevie B's backup musicians too.
Johnny, who all did you work with? Because you got some stuff going on with you. Tell people, because people are not familiar with you, but please tell people who you worked with, please.
Man, as a musician, and in shows, we've played with everybody because, like I said, we still do these like 10 band shows for I Love the '80s, or freestyle reunion shows that we do all the time with Expose, Lisa of Cold Jam. We've done shows with Africa Bambata, Planet Patrol, man, Sugar Hill Gang, Judy Torres, Johnny O, all these cats from New York and stuff. So I mean, that's been going on. Actually, bro, to be honest with you, this is our 40th anniversary. Riding Exotic started in '86, and we were signed to Atlantic in '86. So we've been hyping that up.
Who
But I have
signed
a,
you?
a couple.
Who was the person that signed you?
Well, you might mean our manager. Now, the person that signed us was Atlantic Records, and that goes through Dan Jacobs and that. But our manager was Wes Farrell,
Oh, West
which
Farrell, who
was
did. You
Partridge
West
Family.
Farrell with the monkeys and
No, Partridge Family.
the Partridge Family
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the cow cells, right?
And the cow cells, exactly.
Are you shocked that my black ass know this kind of stuff?
Hey man, you know, hey, you talk about how Melvin the Blue Notes. I know that stuff.
Oh, Harry used to come over
Teddy,
to
oh
Harry used to
Teddy,
come
Teddy,
over.
Teddy,
Harry used to come over to our house in Mount Vernon when I was a kid.
man, and Teddy was ripping out. Yeah, I actually got to see Teddy open up for the Isley Brothers back in the day.
Yeah,
Teddy Pendergrass.
yeah, oh yeah, we got. I got Teddy stories too, man. My parents was something else, man. We Sugar Blue for the Sugar Blue, the harmonica player who played on "I Miss You." Dun, dun,
Yeah, yeah,
dun,
of
dun, dun,
course.
dun, dun. He's a friend
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
family.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Sugar
He
Blue,
put
man.
out an
And
album.
he's living over in Shangri-La, China right now.
Damn.
Sugar Blue. And he's gonna come on Funk Lounge Talk Theater soon. And I had Billy Vera. Oh, you know about that, right?
Yeah, I know about Billy. I got one of his albums here from
Now,
1980.
when Billy Vera did my show, that's when I felt validated because this man is a legend. I mean, for him to come and then, of course, he's my dad's friend. You know, he didn't have to.
Right, right, right.
He didn't have to come on my show, but he was excellent, and he's like over 80 years old, and he's in California, and he still got it going on, man. Billy is all that in a bag of chips. You
Yeah,
talk about
bro.
somebody that took advantage. When Billy went to California, leaving New York, you talk about somebody that knew how to do the shit. Billy Vera did.
Billy Vera. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Billy
He
knew
had
how
a,
he knew how to create his lane because a lot of people don't know about him, but people know about him.
you know, I opened up for the Commodores, but that was after Lionel Richie. but I got to meet them other guys. They were pretty cool.
Hey, let me
And I
ask
had seen
let me ask you an honest question. When Lionel Richie left the Commodores, wasn't that a big hurt?
it was the end of it, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Honestly, man,
Yep.
I don't like his solo stuff, man.
He no he his stuff is too corny. It's cornbread. It's corny.
It's cornbread. It's cornbread.
Yeah.
It's almost
When he's with
it's
the
almost country music.
Commodores, he was going like on an Earth, Wind and Fire level.
Yeah, and they were funky, man, because Clyde was funky too on drums.
Yeah.
You know, you had Ron LaPret on bass, William King, and that was a hell of a band. And from Tuskegee, Alabama,
Hey,
you know.
let me ask you a question, man. I got to have you back on because we got some more to talk about, and also too, I may have to. I'm getting a jam band together. I'm gonna have to talk to you away
Cool,
from the
cool,
microphone
cool, cool.
because I got some stuff. Because Colorado, and let me tell you, I'm at Mousetrap Studios. My
Right.
man got a beautiful studio here, bro. Oh, this ain't no bedroom shit. This is like master shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Brian, my man at Mousetrap Studios, man. So when I get some stuff together, when you come here, man, we're gonna have a jam session, brother. Cause we got,
Yeah,
I
for
want
real,
to
bro.
do a old school funky jam session,
Oh
Johnny.
man, that'd be great. You don't know how much I've been wanting to do some old stuff.
Oh man, hey, that's what I do, bro. I mean, I got some music coming out. I got stuff coming out. I'm at 64 years old. I'm living my dream.
Yeah. Look, man, in high school, bro, it's funny you say that, but in high school, I used to get together with all these black kids that were church kids, and we'd have a band, you know. And at that time, I was playing the congas with them, so and we'd be at their house, and their father was a preacher and stuff, and you couldn't curse or say anything, but you know, which was weird for me, man, because you know, bro, yeah, it was like you were proud to be there, you know.
Right.
But again, they were church kid musicians, Bobby Wellens. These were all good kids, man. All good kids. They stayed out of trouble. But you used to jam all the time, man, back in high school.
Well, that's what
I
I'm
went to
trying.
school with
I'm trying to get kids to do that now. We need to, like I tell kids, I'm tired of rappers. I'm tired of everybody spitting. Pick up a
but
damn
that's the
instrument.
easy way out,
Pick up an
Rex. That's the
instrument.
easy
Pick
way
up a
out.
guitar. Pick up a bass. I'm trying to get kids to pick up an instrument because we're living in an artificial intelligence, android, robot world right now. Everything's really about to be fake. Hip hop has lied
Rex,
to us for the last 50
the kids are behind,
50
bro.
years. Rappers talking about keeping it real, and that shit wasn't real. End up being animated reality. Keep it street.
Kids are behind, my brother. Kids are behind because they even though you got all these kids that want to be rappers, that's gone, bro. Rap is dying.
Thank you.
All right, there's no more hip hop on the charts right now.
Mhm.
It's dying because it's no good. It's
Right,
no good.
right,
You know,
right, right.
but you still have these kids, the newcomers, that they think that they can rap, bro,
Let me tell you
and it's
something, Johnny. Let me say
you
this
have
to you,
to
Johnny. Let me
progress.
say this to you, and let me piggyback to what you're saying. Let me piggyback this. If you want to know how bad kids are doing, ride public transportation, ride the bus. They're horrible. They're horrible. People don't talk about they're horrible. People don't talk
No,
about
no,
this. These artists, like you said, they rap. See, I love what you just said, Johnny. The rapper, see, kids imitate garbage.
exactly.
They're not imitating KRS-One. They're not imitating Kanye West or somebody like a Chuck D, somebody or a Busta Rhymes, somebody that can flow.
Yeah,
They're imitating stupid people. Like
yeah,
they're imitating MC Nigga Nuts, MC,
yeah. But
the stupid niggas. So when they hear this, yo nigga, that's what they're going to
anybody can do
imitate,
that. Anybody can do
right?
that. Anybody could be a
And don't
rapper
let this motherfucker
like
win a
that.
Grammy. Don't let him. That's
It's
it.
it's the same thing with the
We
auto
got
tune.
album
Anybody
of
can
the year.
sing.
Who's this? MC Nigga Nuts. Let's hear it.
It's it's come on.
What the what? Album
No,
of
it's
the
the same.
year.
It's the
MC
same thing
Nigga
with
Nuts. Are you for real?
no,
Yes.
no. Ridiculous,
Yes.
bro.
Cause this is so you go from David Ruffin, you go from David Oliver, you go from Freddie Jackson to MC Nigga Nuts. You go from Maurice White, from Stevie Wonder to MC Nigga Nuts.
Maurice, bro. That's what I grew up on, bro.
Maurice
That's the
White is
greatest band ever, man.
a humanistic element.
Dude, bro. I at 16 I bought a kalimba,
Uh,
and I still
right,
got my
because of
kalimba
Maurice.
because of Maurice. I was wearing an Ankh, chain, because of Maurice. At 16, 17. You- That's what I was into, bro. That was the greatest band ever, man. That run that they had from basically 74 to 80, they were the
All
best
it
band in the
started
world.
from Keep Your Head to the Sky, Mighty Mighty,
Open Your Eyes, yeah,
Open
keep
Your
your head to the
Eyes.
sky. And then they blew up with That's the Way of the World.
Amen. But let me tell you, that Spirit album,
Spirit album. So is the All in All, man.
that
All in
hey
all,
man, Spirit album and all in all, but that doggone Earth, Wind and Fire, that because the name
yeah,
of the song is called Earth, Wind and Fire. Judged
yeah.
by the wind, the bread of life,
That's
judged
why,
by the
man.
fly. Man, that's so ooh.
I actually that I had seen them back in the day. I saw them with Denise Williams and Pockets, and,
Oh,
and
the
then I,
pockets.
I
Put it in the pocket.
yeah, and then when I was at the Grammys. When I went at the Grammy after party for the people, Earth, Wind, and Fire was performing, bro. And that's the time they did an album. They had Brian McKnight sing a song and some other people, and I got to meet all those guys that year too. So. And I was sitting in the same table as Michael Jackson's father with some other woman.
Man, you got so much story. You're the kind of person I want to talk to live.
Man, I've been around for a long
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. I want to talk to you. I'm gonna save some of your conversation. I want you live on the show. When we come do the jam session, I'm gonna have you come talk. Hey man,
No, for real.
before we pull out, let me ask you this.
Go
Let me
ahead.
ask you this. Who is one of the greatest performers ever that
Don't. You ask me, man, and I'm gonna go back further, a long way.
no, but don't hold on. No, I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna stop you from going a long way. If you don't get it the first time, I'm gonna tell you who it is. Then I'm gonna tell you why I think so. Who is one of the greatest performers ever that can do everything? And he used his looks as theater. He used his looks as theater, but he does everything. And I'm gonna explain why. And
Well,
he takes you to
if
different.
if it's new, I say Prince. If
Okay,
going back,
boom. Okay, Johnny, let me tell you why. Johnny, I love you. Johnny, I love you. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Check this out. Johnny, now dig this. I'm a Prince fan, okay? I'm a Prince
me
fan,
too.
but let me tell you what happened. So what? Everybody else is too. I'm one of the million or one of the trillion. Let me tell you what happened to me
Yeah, but they
recently.
weren't around from the beginning.
But let me tell you what happened to me recently with Prince. Okay, so he's already a genius. Guy's what, 5'2". He's 5'2".
5'2",
And he's scared
Cabal.
and he's scared the hell out of Rick James. But we'll talk about that later. But let me tell you about this
And he
dude.
can ball
And he
basketball.
can play basketball. The guy is dangerous. Now, and let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this too. Prince wouldn't have made it being 5'11". He had to be 5'2",
That's
because
why he had them shoes.
yeah, but 5'11", he would, because don't forget Elvis Presley was like 6'1", 6'2", and the man was beautiful. See, when you're that tall and beautiful, Elvis was dangerous. Elvis was tall and
Yeah,
beautiful. He would
man. And I hear he gets a lot of hate, and I don't
no,
understand.
no. You leave Elvis alone. All that hate is get. See, that hate is from insecure, stupid people. You got
It
to know
is.
the
It is.
artist. You got to know the. See, Elvis. Let me tell you, Elvis is. There was no white man. I ain't talking about no Marlon Brando, no Burt Reynolds. There's
Elvis wasn't
no
fake,
Brad,
bro.
no
He
Brad Pitt,
wasn't
no
fake.
Tom Selleck, no. There's nobody like Elvis Presley.
He
The
wasn't
dude
fake,
was
bro.
tall and he had charisma out the ass.
Yeah.
Elvis was so bad, he had heterosexual straight men that just wanted to be around him.
No, man. The guy had it. The
He
guy
had that
had it.
it. He was it,
But
man.
you want me to tell you who my artist is going back, but Michael before all the motherfuckers? Cab Calloway.
Oh, okay. I say Morris Day is another version of Cab Calloway.
True.
Morris Day always
But
remind me of Cab Calloway. Morris Day at the time.
but Cab Calloway can do anything.
But Cab was a bad boy. But let me get back to Prince though. Prince.
All right.
Okay, this is very important. Okay, so dig this, brother Johnny. Prince did this, he did that, then he did Purple Rain. Okay? Purple Rain, it was nothing but a big video in form of a film. It was a video.
My least favorite song.
Okay. Purple Rain was a big video. It was like a movie, but it was really it was like a video. It was like Prince knew how to do the art of video and make it a film. Okay, so then what's the next movie he does after Purple Rain? He did Under the Cherry Moon.
Under the Cherry, which I love that album.
Now let me tell you. Now hold it right there. This is scary about Prince. People don't realize now. At that time, when that movie came out in 1986, 87, with the Parade album, which is a classic album.
Right.
That Do You Lie, all that shit is classic, right? Let me tell you something about Prince. Let me tell you about Prince. This what scared me. When Prince was on American Bandstand, he was very shy. I mean, Dick Clark was talking to him, and then Prince was into his Mick Jagger thing. He was going through his white guy shit. Mick Jagger, Rolling Stones, going through his shit. He was going through his punk rock, whatever he was doing, wearing his tights, his boots, and all that shit, and being a 100% heterosexual man. But he's doing shit, right? But then he does.
He's making you think.
He's making you think, right? And he's playing with homosexuality, and he's playing with horny bisexual men. He's playing with your mind. He's doing mind tricks, and then he can blow white guys' minds. And what I mean by that, he plays the guitar. If you can play a guitar, white men love guitars. If you can fuck a white guy up on a guitar, he'll love you for life.
Bro.
Okay, guitars and white guys are some deep shit. Okay. Now dig this, and that's how he was able to get over with white guys liking him because he played mean guitar. Because when Prince do that cool shit, white guys are like, okay, sit your little light skinned ass down. Because white guys are very funny about cool. If you do cool too much, they don't like that cool shit too much. And they kind of pull back a little bit. But Prince was, and then by him being short, it really helped him a little bit. But let me say this: Under the Cherry Moon. When Prince did Under the Cherry Moon, he had the audacity to do some Rudolph Valentino, Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
And Jerome Tricky was excellent. They did some Mantan Moreland kind of.
And he brought a horn section.
And he brought a horn section. But here's what got me with Prince. My thing about Prince, I saw Prince find his funk. When he was doing that Mick Jagger, doing that little red Corvette dance shit, he was doing that shit. Yeah. But something happened when he did that damn Boys and Girls video.
Yeah.
And he went on top of that piano and did those dance moves.
Yeah.
I had a nervous breakdown.
No, that I love that song.
I kept on rewinding that, but I had because I said this guy's a genius. Now I dug the movie back in '86. Because it was different, but people didn't know how to take it. It was kind of corny, but it was like an Elvis Presley movie. See, one thing about Elvis Presley, Elvis was so good looking, it didn't have to have a good script. You wanted to watch him. True. You watched the movie because of Elvis. You didn't care. The script could have been written in crayon. You wanted to watch Elvis. So with
I watched
Purple
them all. I
Rain,
watched them all growing up.
right, right. So but Under the Cherry Moon, you wanted to watch Prince. But then you look at it now, like in 2026, anybody watch Under the Cherry Moon. Anybody right now watch Under the Cherry Moon. And if you want to really trip out and watch Under the Cherry Moon, watch it on mute and play other music while you're watching Prince, because it's in black and white. If you, man, it's the most creative, unique movie I ever seen in my life. And Prince is a comedian. He's funny. Prince
No,
is
he is
funny,
funny.
man.
Well, that's what they say about him personally. That he was always a funny guy. He's a guy who liked to joke around
Yeah,
and
because he
be
does that
funny.
little shot. But I met him a couple of times, and
Man,
he's
he
deep.
plays people. He knows what he's doing.
Johnny, Johnny. He knows what he's doing.
He knows what
He
he's doing.
plays people, don't he?
Yeah, he knows. He knows. He'll figure you out.
He'll
Real
figure
quick.
you, Johnny. He'll figure your ass out.
Yeah, he does. He does, man. He does. I know.
Yeah,
No, bro.
he's
Hey,
deep.
again, I'm from the beginning there, from Soft and Wet.
All that.
From the very first album, and the second album, people were giving me shit. Oh, look at this guy naked on a horse. Man, leave Prince alone. Get the fuck out.
But you know what? Prince was a throwback, which means that the older he got and the weaker the industry got, the more he went back to 1967.
Yeah.
Because Prince was growing. Prince was growing. He was growing backwards while everything was going forward to the future. He was growing. He was growing back to the future.
And the band was getting bigger, right?
Yep.
Adding musicians and dancers and horn section, and put Sheila on drums. Had that girl Cat dancing.
When he did the Sign of the Times album, that was like Sly and the Family Stone, the Beatles. That was all That was a 1968 album.
Yeah.
That was he was doing, and that song I Adore You had like that Willie Mitchell, Al Green kind of twist to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prince was deep. Prince is really a deep dude, man. But Under the Cherry Moon does something to me, man, because
again, you got to. People don't know. A lot of people will skip that album and stuff like
that. The parade.
Yeah.
You need another lover like you need a hole in your head.
Yeah. No. That's it. And man, that's when I thought he peaked there. But then he had all that problem with the labels and stuff. And I get it too, because back when we were, let me tell you a story about Erotic Exotic. When we released our first song, Take Me As I Am, our labels, independent label, had its own pressing plan, right? So this guy could just press whatever the hell he wanted, and we were outselling in the Southeast, Stacy Q and New Shoes and bands like that Atlantic had put a lot of money into.
But baby, I can't wait.
Yeah. They again, because one was two American people and the other was an American girl. What? Not saying nothing, because we were all Latinos, right? But supposedly we're out selling these. We're selling 500 copies of our 12-inch at one spec stores, and so we hear that we get signed to Atlantic, and they basically want to shelf us. They basically want to shelf us. So they could pick up more sales of the other ones, and it took a while for them to release it. Even though we still make Billboard and stuff, but what happened with us is the numbers were all messed up, man, because the independent label kept pushing out records out there all over the place.
How did you stay sane through all that, Johnny?
Man, it really wasn't, bro. We would get fights in with each other. It was crazy, driving in buses or Winnebagos, and it's nonstop, driving, bro. And driving up the East Coast to New York and playing those places. What we did a lot was in South America, man. We were pretty big. We did a lot of shows in South America. We did like a 20-city tour in Chile, where you can see videos. We had a commercial with Pepsi in Chile back in the day. We came out with Michael, Madonna, Rod Stewart. They were all doing Pepsi commercials at that time.
Ray Charles.
Yeah, and we had one in South America, in Chile, because they sponsored a whole summer beach tour, and we would play in these gigantic tents in different cities. But you know, man, it gets to you. You know, again, and being with the same. I mean, we rehearsed every day, and then you would play the weekends. You know, unless you were out on the road. So, and then it was back to recording. You know, but I'm not gonna bitch. I'm happy.
Do you have any shows coming up?
Matter of fact, we're doing a big show in July with Brenda K. Starr.
Brenda K. Starr.
Yeah, Brenda K.
Really?
Starr, Lisa Melendez.
Hey, didn't Mariah Carey do background for her a long time ago?
Yeah, she did. She did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
What's the
did.
song?
She did.
I do believe. That's her.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we've done a lot of shows with her. George Lamont's gonna be there. I'll send you flyers so you can check that shit out.
Yeah, I'm gonna promote you on my show, dude.
Man, you know, just whatever you do, bro, tag me and I'll share it out there too so people can see it.
Man, I got me a new brother, man. I enjoy you, man. I
No,
I
bro.
enjoy going back and forth with you on Facebook, man. We be having a blast on there.
Bro, see, that's what people don't understand, man. And this is like this I grew up on, especially my high school years. I grew up on Right On magazine. Remember Right On
Oh
magazine?
hell yeah, editor Cynthia Davis.
See, I would get all these magazines to stay up with the music, you know.
Yeah,
But mostly my
Tiger Beat and all that shit.
Tiger Beat. But no, that was the little pop thing. I wasn't into that.
right.
You know, I wasn't into
I
that.
was just showing my knowledge. That's no, but Right On magazine. Right On magazine was the shit though.
I mean, especially in high school, in '77, that's when everything's really started hitting, like the Heat Wave and the Slave and Confunction, Lakeside.
The Silvers.
You know, the Silvers.
The Silvers was on Right On magazine. I mean, the whole family was on the Right On magazine. Almost every week. Yeah, Foster Silver, Ricky Silver, Edmund.
You had Cameo. The Barkeys had just released "Flying High on Your Love," which was a great album. You know,
flying high on your love.
I saw Rose Royce at what was it? It was a grad night at Disney. You know, they were great. Norman Whitfield, Car Wash. What a great movie that was. That was fun.
Man, when Norman Whitfield came on the scene, man, Smiling Faces.
Well, he came from Motown, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Undisputed Truth.
See, but that's what happened too. That's what messed up because he had Rolls Royce, and then he wanted just to have the singer, you know, and that's what killed bands, bro.
Where
the singer would leave, you know. Lionel left.
Jeffrey Osborne, LTD.
Jeffrey Osborne. I met Jeffrey Osborne. Man, he was a good guy. Yeah, man. Everybody was leaving their bands, bro, and then the bands died.
You know who made a huge mistake leaving the group? Felipe Wynn. When he left the Spinners,
yeah.
See, he got excited because he used to do that Mighty Love and I'll Be Around. No, Mighty Love.
Yeah.
And
like David Ruffin too.
Yeah, he used to get happy, but he didn't realize you need the group. Cause he looked like a walrus, and then he was doing that cocaine, and that cocaine made him think he was too good looking.
Yeah. That shit lies to you all the time.
Yeah.
lies to you all the time.
He was doing that cocaine. He thought he was cute, so he thought he could lead a group. But
you know, that's some fucked up shit.
It is, man. You can't. That's why it's better to stay with the group.
No, and like when I mean, you know how much times that shit would be offered to you back in the days and shit like that. You know.
Hey man, when you're young, but you know what? When you're young and you got it going on, you don't see the danger of tomorrow.
Nah, you don't. You
don't see the danger. You just you're living in your now. You don't know what tomorrow brings. Cause if you having fun on Tuesday, you think it's gonna be cool. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday on down, bro.
You know, a group that I love is I think they were out of Georgia or Atlanta was Brick. Remember Brick?
Jimmy is on my. Do I remember? Hey, bro, I got a jam called the Cold Funk House Jam. I got Jimmy Brown on my record.
I love that band, man. That band was just
underrated.
kick-ass.
Sweat Till You Get Wet.
That second album.
That they released. It ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Duzik, Honey Child. We don't want to get up. We want to get down.
Man, what an album.
That album sounds totally different than the first one. The album is that's a national treasure album, dude.
Yeah, man. That second album,
Duzik.
Duzik, yeah, because Daz was from the first album, Brick High, I think it was called, right?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah,
yeah.
a good high.
Good High, Good High, Good
Yeah,
High.
but
Yeah.
that second album was epic. I mean, it sounded nothing like the first album.
No, man,
And
that
every
album.
song on there was good, man. They had, Jimmy Brown. Brick is gonna. I got some conversation about them on later shows because they really didn't get the proper dues, man.
No, they didn't, man. They didn't, and they don't get mentioned that much, man.
No,
I
they
always
don't,
say
not
when
at
we
all.
talk about funk bands.
And do you know Jimmy's still on the road? Jimmy's like probably almost 80 years old. He's still on the road.
No.
He's sitting down playing the flute and the sax, but he's still on the road. And you know his son is Sleepy Brown with Outkast. Did you know
Who?
that?
What?
His son.
Okay. No.
Yeah, his son Sleepy Brown. That's the guy in Outkast. When they did
Okay.
I like the way you move.
Yeah.
That's Sleepy. Yeah, that's Sleepy. That's Jimmy's son.
Okay.
Uh-huh. But Johnny, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, man.
Likewise, my
I look
brother.
forward to having
Likewise.
you back on the show.
Anytime, bro. Just stay in touch.
Definitely. Hey man, you have a good one, brother.
You too, brother.
All
I
right,
love you,
take
bro.
back at you, brother.
Dolly.
Take care. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Funk Lounge Talk Theater. This was a blast, man. This is really a good show.